Hi, my name is Alari Anawa. I am a lifestyle and life on purpose pro and author of Just Believe How Faith in Yourself Shifts Everything. Have you ever felt like you should be happier than you currently are? Maybe you feel like you're doing all of the right things. You're successful in many ways, but you just feel like there's something missing. Like there should be more to life than what you're feeling right now. On the other hand, maybe you'd love to feel more successful or more prosperous in an area of your life, but there's something that just keeps getting in the way. Well, there are a lot of reasons that you might be feeling that way, and we're going to talk about one of the most common and not so obvious lies that we often learn that strips us of greater happiness and true success. So let's jump into this week's message when success isn't making you happy. First, we need to realize and just affirm that success and happiness are not the same thing. Success, as in achieving a goal, doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy. They are different ways of being and they vary because we're all wired differently. We also learn myths about happiness and success on our journey through life that actually rob us of the success and the happiness that we actually want to expand for ourselves. They're like lies that we've unknowingly taken on as true that actually work against our happiness, our prosperity, and our fulfillment. So, if any of this rings true for you, you'll want to check these things out. If you're working really hard and not getting the results that you really want, if things feel more stressful than you want them to be, if you have success but you aren't feeling happy or as happy as you want to be and you feel like you've got to keep pushing yourself to get more done, you'll want to listen to this myth. And it might even sound a little shocking when you first hear it. If it does, release the urge to be angry or dismiss it because the level of happiness that you can feel is at stake here. The lie that makes life harder for a lot of people, and it can also rob you of happiness, is work hard and you'll be successful. I'm going to say this again. The lie that makes life harder for a lot of people, and it can also rob you of happiness, is work hard and you'll be successful. This is an oldie, but almost never a goodie. It's a myth that I grew up with too. My parents bought into it and absolutely thought that they were doing the right thing by passing along this nugget to their children. It was all well meaning. Their ancestors probably thought it was great advice too. But stay with this conversation and you're going to see something enlightening. Hidden within the myth, work hard and you'll be successful, is that in order to do a good job, have a positive impact, make a bigger difference, or prosper, that means we have to work hard. So, to be successful, you have to endure arduous, exhausting activity. The definition of hard means requiring a great deal of endurance, effort, and energy. If hard work is a requirement of being successful, then you'll experience patterns of overwork, overgiving, burnout, exhaustion, and feeling like you'll never be enough despite all the successes and accomplishments that you may have achieved. Notice, I'm not saying don't do good work or don't do your best. I'm inviting you, though, to think about the lifestyle that lie will create for you. You'll either avoid success or hold back because you're not willing to sacrifice the happiness that you feel it will ultimately rob you of. Or you could be somewhere toward the other end of the spectrum and you'll keep pushing yourself, overgiving and overworking until you're emotionally and physically exhausted. Regardless of which end of the spectrum that you might be on, you're not going to feel as happy as you know you want to be and could be. Working hard means always doing more, having more to overcome, having challenges, pushing yourself, and sacrificing ease and well being. Hard is the opposite of ease. And isn't it also interesting that there's so much stress related dis-ease? Working hard in order to be successful also means that you aren't having as much fun as you could be. Think about it. You certainly can't play or feel a great deal of joy if you have to work hard in order to be successful, to be good enough, or make yourself or someone else proud of you. The problem with this life philosophy is that it locks you into constant striving, and that just stinks. Who wants to keep pushing through a hard life in order to be successful? If success is hard, will you enthusiastically spring out of bed in the morning, or will you keep hitting the snooze button? Eventually, you'll wear down, even if you have an iron will. You're not going to want to keep working so hard and climbing more mountains. If you're not happy as you achieve your goals, are you really successful? If you think something is going to be hard, aren't you naturally more likely to procrastinate or feel resistance around your goals? This lie is insidious because most people don't realize what it's really costing them. And they don't realize that it's not even true, as in true with a capital T, which is universal truth for everyone. It's just an opinion and not a helpful one if you want to be happy and successful. I recently heard a famous motivational speaker share the work hard and you'll be successful myth with actually thousands of recent college graduates. And it just made me cringe because I know firsthand how this myth impacts the quality of someone's life. Can you see why so many people are unhappy? Working hard means you are never, ever done and will always have another mountain to climb. According to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, 1 in 8 Americans, that's 34 million people aged 12 and over, reported taking antidepressants in the past month. The likelihood of antidepressant use also increases with age, and it's twice as common among females than males. And 25% of all people who took antidepressants in the past month reported having taken them for 10 years or more. And these statistics don't include those who aren't as happy as they want to be, but aren't taking medication, or the ones that are self-medicating to take the edge off. This data is 5 years old at the time that I'm recording this, and unhappiness and overworking are still trending upward. The work hard myth is obviously not the only contributor here. It's actually one of many, but it's time to stop this craziness. Everyone deserves to be happy and to thrive in a way that lights them up. Everyone deserves a lifestyle they love. The truth: nothing has to be hard, especially success. Success can be easy and fun, But you do have to see what's running you and then step into a better choice, one that is aligned with your perfect for you, fun and prosperous map. I'll be sharing more about your happiness archetype and a roadmap for a fun and prosperous life in my new training program. We'll also share how to quickly identify and be free of the other not so obvious myths that actually rob us of true happiness and prosperity. You are surrounded by magnificence. It is everywhere, and it's time for you to feel more joy, more ease, more self-love, and have the perfect for you prosperity map that supports your happiness. And that means stepping away from those worn out, counter to happiness myths, the lies that don't serve your magnificence and your ability to thrive in the ways that you really truly want to. Here's to you and your fun and prosperous life. I'll see you soon.